Hello, beautiful souls. Let's talk about judgments. I'm often hearing people say, oh, I shouldn't judge. I shouldn't have judgments. And then we have all this like personal, I'm a bad person because I have judgments. And I find this really confusing. So I think first of all, the thing is that if we would all agree that being really positive and ignoring the negative, or being really negative and ignoring the positive is unbalanced. That's not helpful. That's basically denying the other side, right? We wouldn't want someone to only focus on the positive. We call that being a Pollyanna, or only focusing on the negative. That's like grumpy and horrible. Like we all agree that that's not a great thing. And yet we don't want people to have judgments. Or we don't want to ourselves have judgments, which is basically saying, be Pollyanna. Like don't have, or only focus on, or only be the positive side. And that's so perplexing to me. Like what? Anyway, okay, Here's the thing. Judgments are part of being a biological being. They are your physical body's way of telling you which way to go, what to do, what to eat, what not to eat. So for instance, this mushroom is healthy and nutritious. This mushroom is toxic. Bleh, yum, right? This is a judgment. Other things are like, this environment is really healthy and helpful for me. This environment is really toxic for me. So which direction do I go? I go this way, right? This person is really healthy for me right now, or this person is really toxic for me right now. Right? So move this way. That's a judgment. And this is a really helpful system that our body has. It comes out as physical sensations. It comes out as emotions. We can feel it. We can feel our judgments. Okay, so if that makes sense, the problem really comes in how do we deal with our judgments? Especially if, of course, we're talking about the negative ones. How do we deal with we're moving into a situation and our body goes, that's toxic. I don't want to do that. What do we do? Right? And I think that's really the problem. How do we deal with that? So the first thing is to understand that your judgments are your opinions. They're not facts. This is huge. This is your system reacting to what's in front of you. And it's reacting to what's in front of you based on what's happening for you right now. So that could be based on your past experience. It could be based on your state of health and what you need right now. But it's relative to you. It's an opinion. It's not a global fact. So this is the first thing to understand. Is to really own it as an opinion and not a fact. That's hugely helpful. The second thing to do is to understand that these things are really guideposts, markers, directional signals to tell you what to do and what not to do in this moment. Okay, so first of all, they're an opinion, they're not an ultimate truth. And secondly, they're for right now. Realize that they're going to change, so don't get married to them. I like to say hold them in an open palm. It's kind of like having a compass in your hand, and the compass will change. So here's an example. What if you were burnout, stressed out, way too busy, and your system just needed a big ol' rest because you were like really at the end of your rope. And I, on the other hand, just recovered from an injury, and my physiotherapist was like, Elena, you need to go do a lot of walking and moving and running and all this kind of stuff because you have no muscle and you're not going to be ambulatory if you don't get a move on. So go somewhere motivational for moving. Well, obviously, we're going to need really different vacations, right? So if I come and invite you to my sparkly, fun, happy dance party vacation, your body is going to be like, right? Absolutely not. Well, if you understand that, this is, my directional signposting for this moment about what's good for me. So it's an opinion and it's based on me in this moment. And it's not that the dance party is horrible, it's that it's horrible for me right now. That's really helpful, right? Now you can start to interact with it from a place of, this is what's good for me in this moment, instead of, this is a horrible thing. Because you know what? In a week, after you finish resting and relaxing and whatever you need to do to calm down and ease your nervous system, you might really love my crazy sparkly dance party, right? Your compass will change over time. So how do we share this with other people? Like, how do we talk about it? Well, one of the best things to do is to really own it as this is me, this is mine, and this is a feeling that I have, right? Because people can argue. If you start giving them facts and figures and stuff, that's easy to argue with. It's much easier to just stand by, this is how I feel. And feeling can be a sensation or an emotion, physical sensation or an emotion. So if I say, hey, come to my dance party vacation, you can say, you know what? I feel like it doesn't feel good to me. So I feel X, basically. I feel uncomfortable with that. I feel like it's not the right space for me right now. I feel blah, 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 right? And you're stating a fact. It is a fact that in this moment, you feel this way. You don't need to explain it too much. It's your feeling, right? And it's not about anything about the dance party itself. It's not about it's too loud, it's too because it is all of that stuff for you right now. But globally, as a larger truth, it's not those things. It's that your relationship to them, right? Where you are sitting, standing, being in this moment relative to that. So it's I'm feeling this right now. Yeah? So this is a really helpful way to work with the judgments. Let them be here. You need them. They help your system guideposts. They help your system know where to go, what direction is healthy or not healthy for you, right? Don't get married to them. Hold your compass in an open palm. It will shift and move. Let it be here and treat it appropriately. This is how I feel in this moment. Let it change. Let it be an opinion. Your opinions are great and very useful, and they will keep you healthy. So judge away, please. I think the issue is more, learning to own and be nice about them. All right. I hope that helps. Take care. See you next time.